Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette back for another live stream. I kind of missed last week. Not kind of. I did miss last week, but I'm back again. Hi, my name is Eric. I'm a teacher, and every Sunday we talk about teaching. Teaching English usually. So if you've got any questions, put your name and where you're from in the comments down below. And if you've got any questions related to teaching, um, yeah, please feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer it as best I can. Yeah, I just decided to do the live stream today. I usually do the live streams at this time. Last week I missed, but I thought I'd do it this week again. It's been a while. Yeah, that I started doing these live streams again. You know, it's just me talking, and if there are any topics that you would like me to discuss, I'll do my best. I already said that. We can see that I'm quite rusty. I need to get back into the live streaming swing of things. Yeah. What can we talk about? So recently, I've been putting out videos about why teachers are quitting, and they are quite popular. They're getting a lot of views on YouTube. And I know many of my viewers are asking, okay, Eric, we need more videos, and I'm working on those too. But I'm still going to release 1 or 2 videos on quitting that I haven't covered, like talking about quiet quitting or why younger No, I've already done my younger teachers quit. There's one more I want to do about quitting. What was it? Quiet quitting. And there was something else. Oh, especially, if you're teaching overseas, why English teachers quit. So that English teacher problems. And then otherwise, I'm also busy editing a course on how to teach online with additional things are like websites to go and check out if you're teaching online, and online activities, online games, things like that. I'm going to be editing that and putting it out, and hopefully it's interesting. Yeah, recently I've been taking some time off. No, I haven't been taking time off. I've been very lazy over weekends, but during the week I still, after work, I go and I sit in a study cafe and I edit videos. So I've been working on these new videos, and I think they're okay. But ideally, I'd like to start I'd like to continue the series that I've been doing on how to teach specific grammar lessons with activities and resources. I've been working on the worksheets too. And then after that, I'd like to focus on specific theme type of lessons, like how, let's say you're teaching an English lesson about different countries, or about going to the bank, or things like that. So I think that'll be really useful to just get more activities and resources like worksheets and ideas for teachers to use in the classroom. Because I think one of the biggest things as an English teacher is when you've got a curriculum that you have to teach, but you're not sure how you have to go about teaching the grammar, the vocabulary, how to get the students to practice their reading and speaking. By the way, can you guys see me? I think, when I miss an episode, when I miss a live stream, then I think YouTube might punish me a little bit by not actually pushing out my videos. But I think it's on Facebook, which is usually quite good, and it's on thank you, Nada. Yeah, I was wondering if anyone's out there. I can see there are some people watching. But when I was live streaming for a long time, there would usually be around 100 people on the live stream, which is quite a lot. And then now when and then I took almost a year off, where I thought, okay, it's not really necessary for me to live stream, so I took a year off. And then a couple of weeks ago, I started live streaming again, and yeah, I actually enjoy it. Thank you, HJ. By the way, guys, put where you're from, and put your name and where you're from in the comments down below. If you've got any questions about teaching, I'll do my best to answer. I've said that, but that's the 3rd time I've said it today. I need to work on it. Yeah. What have I been doing lately? Yeah, I've just I don't want to use the word enjoy because I've been going out with my friends on weekends. It just so happened, like going out with my friends, we would have a party or have an event, and I'm they know exactly how to get me to go out. They know exactly what to say and how to push out. Oh, hi. Aiden in Taiwan, an Australian teaching in Taiwan. Awesome. Actually, these friends I'm telling you about, they are French and they're going to Taiwan in a little bit more than a week. So, interesting coincidence. One of the reasons why I wanted to become a teacher is there was this documentary style TV show about English teachers in Taiwan. And I remember watching it and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Yeah, so that actually had a big effect on me, on why I became a teacher. Hi, Facebook user. Can't see your name because it's privated, but welcome. Hi, Iman, Iraqi living in Denmark. Wow, that's interesting. How do you enjoy it? I don't know much about Denmark or the Danes, uh, except a couple of months ago I watched this this animation, this series, this anime series. What was it? But it was all about the Vikings and the Danes. It was very interesting. HJ living in Seoul. Actually, yesterday I went to Busan and I saw the Busan Fireworks Festival. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. So, if you don't know, Busan is a coastal city in Korea, and it's got a massive bridge over one area with a beach. And so at that bridge, they shoot fireworks. But I was a little bit disappointed because my friend and I, we had to wait for someone and then drive to Busan. And we got there late because traffic is just horrible. It was so bad. So we got there late and then we wanted to see the fireworks. But in the main area, they put up these massive boards. So no one could really see the bridge. You could only see it, you could only see the top of the fireworks. And I was so disappointed. Not disappointed. I was very angry. And then later we saw that, well, in the main area, that massive fence up, so that only people who paid that were on the beach could have a full view of the fireworks, or people. So there are many buildings behind it. So people in the buildings, or some actually go up into the mountain to see the fireworks. But yeah, I was quite upset because of this board. You couldn't really get the whole experience. But then later we walked to the sides and we saw that there was no fencing there. So that really helped. Costa Malini. Yeah, well, it's not a good haircut. She cut it very short, but thank you so much, Costa. Yeah, I've been meaning to cut my hair for a while. I don't think it looks as good as my longer hair, but I don't know. In my family, we usually cut our hair quite short. Um, Chedi, hi from Tunisia, worked as a translator with the British Army in Iraq for 10 years. Also an interpreter. Very interesting. Right. So a translator just translates, but an interpreter actually also conveys the meaning. Very interesting. I really like your profile picture there. It looks good. Yeah. So what else have I been doing? Yeah. So I need to start working harder because, like I said, I've got to finish the course. I've got all these videos for teachers that I want to put out, but I'm actually for Christmas, I'm going on vacation. I'm going to Russia for 2 weeks. I'm going to visit someone there. And then I'll go to Thailand. And I'm going to have to shoot a lot of videos because while I travel and while I'm busy, I like to go to a cafe and I like to edit, but obviously I can't shoot videos. I will continue to try and live stream when, if possible. I might not be able to do it in Russia. I think YouTube is stopped there. I'm not sure if I'm wrong, but I think it's difficult to do it there. But I'll try to live stream again in January, and then in February, I will come back to Korea and I will go teach a camp. So that's going to be good. Emily, I hope I say that right. Emily, from Myanmar. I'm a big fan of your Classroom Activities video. I almost always watch yours. The game you shared, I recently played, is Virtual Bingo for my TESOL individual classes. Excellent. I'm so happy. Emily, I've got a few extra games that activities that I've been working on, because I've made so many classroom activities videos, but I think I can do an even better job in the future of like showing the easier ones and perhaps explaining it better. I know a lot of people ask me when I do the activities to show how it's done, but that's quite difficult to find students that are willing to be recorded and to find the time. So it's just easier for me to explain it, and hopefully I can do it justice with some graphics. But I've got a lot more activities that I've been working on. What I'm going to do next is I'm busy working on a very big video about the best websites to use, and also online activities that you can use, and also activities that you can use with AI. So I've got and also more resources that I think will be really good. So I hope you enjoy it. I'll make that in the future, but yeah, I've got a limited amount of time, and I think my focus should be on how to teach English online, and then I really want to get started with the curriculum where I teach the basic grammar lessons, give activities, and I want to make the worksheet and add additional worksheets so that if any teacher needs a lesson, they just watch the video, download the worksheets, and then they can use it. And I think that will be probably the best use of my time for the future. So, but in between, I'll obviously, if I find time, I'll be able to make these classroom activities videos, because you're in a classroom, you don't know what to do, and then it helps. Lolly, hi from France. It's nice to see you. I spend so much time with the French these days. Not that I'm complaining. Very interesting people. I really enjoy it. Shaheen suggests some books for teachers. Okay, Shaheen, I've had this question before. So what type of book do you want? Do you want like a book for the students, or do you want a book about teaching? Maybe I should do it. The thing is, I don't want to suggest a book if I haven't read all of them. But I did a video on classroom management books. So I basically went through the books and I highlighted some of the key ideas. That was really interesting. So I made that video on the 20 best classroom management books. Did you mean books for your students or books with activities? What kind of books were you thinking about? Girls are beautiful in Thailand. Yes, they are. Definitely enjoy going to Thailand. Could you give us tips for good writing? Good writing, teaching good writing, how to do good writing. I've made a video on how to activities for teaching writing, and also some tips for when you have to do writing in tests. Let me go through it. So let me see if I've got something. But can you let me know if it's tips on how you can be a better writer, or just tips for writing? Let me quickly see if I can find that video on writing. Writing. I'm just going to check quickly. No, I have to go into the studio and I'll look there. By the way, guys, I'm sorry if my voice isn't great. I'm going to drink some water. Yeah, no more going out for me from now. I'm staying on the good path. The straight and narrow. Okay, let's go to the other one, because I've got two YouTube channels. The one is for Etiquette English teachers, and the second one is the Best English Learning channel. So this one is specifically for English learners. Let's go to writing. Writing. No, I shouldn't. I don't think. Actually, I do have some on writing. I've got some fun activities, some good tips. Let me find it for you. Writing. Okay. 12 writing activities for teachers. Yeah, actually, I've got a few good tips here for teaching. Show me all the videos. I know which one it is. Content. Just give me content. Writing out. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry for taking your time. I'm just searching for that video I made about how to teach. Thought I'd be able to find it quicker. Did I make it a long time ago? Maybe. Sorry, guys. Just wait. Listening. I found the listening. I've basically found everything except the writing one. Right. No. Writing. Oh, that's very weird. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. If I find it, I'll put it in there. A diploma in electricity. Yeah, I enjoyed when I studied. What is it? I studied a bit about electricity too when I was in high school, and we also had to do some with at university too. I would like you to personally talk about how to teach different skills such as reading, writing, listening, speaking, or vocabulary grammar. It means to show us pedagogical methods. Yeah, actually, so there's a series that I put out, but this was specifically about how to teach students for tests. But there are many valuable tips in how to teach the specific skills, because this was just for students to prepare students if they take the IELTS test or the TESOL test. So I made this video, and it's actually got all 5 the skills in there, but I also made separate videos for all the skills. So I'm just going to try and find the main one. Why do you hate me? Sorry, guys. It's just, okay, here we go. Teaching English for tests. So it actually covers everything. It covers how to do it. But yeah, definitely in the future, I'm going to do like I said, I'm going to post this one. This is a video about how to teach basically all the different skills for tests. And then, like I said, once I make the curriculum video, I think it's going to be very useful, where I'll focus on the different skills to specific activities that we would use. Hi, Lukav from Indonesia. Oh, I love Indonesia and Indonesians. Very lovely people. Elaine, hello. How are you? Shaheen, some English class activities for senior classes. Well, I've already made videos about that too. I think it's such a good topic. So I made 2 videos. The one is about how to teach adults, and then I also have one about 10 adult activities that you can use for adults. But I'm going to share with you how to teach adults, and then you can also look for, there's one about 10 activities that you can use with adults. Okay, let's see. Look up. Share your favorite activities for teenagers, the one student always loved to play. Okay. Actually, I've made a list of I've made a list of easy activities to play with the students, no prep activities. But to be honest, the best activities I use is, this takes some time, and not a lot of teachers are prepared to do this, but this helped me for years. I made a PDF with, I think it's like 300 flashcards, and it's basically just a word with a picture on it. So I made this list of this PDF with the flashcards. But the reason many teachers don't like it is because it's just a PDF. So you've got to basically take it somewhere to get laminated, and then you've got to print, or you've got to print it out in color, you've got to laminate it, and then you've got to cut it out. And sometimes the edges are very sharp. But I've used these flashcards for many years. I actually got new ones. Where did I put it? It's somewhere. Should I find it for you? Okay, I'm going to stand up, but just be aware that I'm wearing boxes, but you're not going to see. Okay, maybe you're going to see. Let's see. Nobody saw anything. I know. Okay, so let me show this to you. This is like one of my favorite activities. So like I said, I printed out these flashcards. Oh, sorry, not the ones I wanted to show you yet. Okay, so this is fantastic. I love doing these. So it's just, I've got the PDF. If you join the Patreon group, the Etiquette Patreon group, you can get these. And it's just, I got a collection of pictures with words and places, people, things to do. I think it's, I really like it. I enjoyed making it, and I did it recently. So I just took it into like a place to print things out. And did I move it now? So I took it to a place to print things out. And these cards are amazing because you can do games like where the students have to explain the words to each other, and they can do it to a partner, or they can do it in a group, or they can act it out. So there are different ways. So first they can explain the card to a partner in English, and the partner guesses. So you can say, guys, I'm going to give you 1 minute. You have to explain as many cards as possible. Or they can do it to a group, and then whoever gets the most cards after the activity, they win. So that's a simple way. There's even a more advanced version where level 1, let's say that I tell them to look at all the cards and pick 10 easy cards, and then they work with a partner, and level 1 is they have to explain they get 1 minute to explain as many cards in English. Then level 2, they take back all their cards. They have to explain the cards using actions. No words, only actions. Okay, so like charades. And then level 3, now their partner already knows all the cards. Level 3, they can only use one word to describe the card, and the partner has to guess. So that's fun. But actually, the best thing to do, and this is probably my favorite activity. So along with these cards, let me show you again. I love watching on. There is something in my nose. You look like a. So basically, what you do, this is like apples to apples, but I made my own ones. I like this one. Your boyfriend is a. So basically, you put this in the middle, and then you take all 300 of these cards that I've made, and hand them out to all the students in a group. So if you've got a big class with like 12, let's say a big class with like 20 students, you're going to break them into groups of 4, right? So I think a good amount of number in each group is about 4 to 6, maybe 7, maybe 6. Yeah, 4 to 6 in a group. So you put these sentence cards in the middle, and the rest of the cards are divided evenly among the students. Then one student picks up the card and they read it. My dad drives a what to work. And then all the other students have to think what is the best or the funniest answer, and they put it in the middle. The person who read the card picks up all the other answers, shuffles them, and then reads it out loud, and then picks what they think is the best answer. And this is a fantastic game to play because every game is unique and fun because the students get different ones to use. Yeah, so I think having flashcards, very useful. And I mean, you can think of so many games to use with the flashcards because it's something the students can see and they can understand. So if you would like to see the flashcards, you can see if you join the Patreon group, you can get it there. Or yeah, if you join the membership group, it's okay. What else? But like I said, you've got to make it yourself. I wish I knew where I could find a company to make cards with, because I've got many cards that can be used. But yeah, I think that's the one. Richie, hello from Tasmania, Australia. Have you got spelling games for sporty students? Spelling games. Well, one of my videos that does quite well is actually called Spelling Games. Spelling games, yeah, this video is doing quite well. I think it's quite an old video, but there are some sporty games that you can use for this. Yeah, guys, I know you want me to explain the activities, but my brain's not going to function that well. I can only once I spend a lot of time making these videos, and then for me to explain the games, it's very difficult in the moment to just remember all the great activities. So I'd rather just post the video. You can check out the video, and that might help. Could you give me some advice to improve my speaking and listening skills? Yeah, just use it more. I think that's the main thing. Now, I know that's not very good advice. Just use it more. So I would say challenge yourself in a simple way. If you want to improve your speaking, you're going to try and mirror someone that speaks really well. So let's say you like Benedict Cumberbatch, maybe watch some of his movies, or try and use some of his dialogue, try and read it out the same way as he does to improve your speaking. If you work with someone, I think if you start, if you can practice with someone, it's the best, and then focus on specific topics. So if you want to get really good at covering different topics, at speaking, put yourself in that situation where you can continually improve and try new vocabulary and get comfortable with speaking about different topics. I think that's very important. With your listening, I think one of the ways is, if you find a TV show that you like, you're going to watch the TV show perhaps with subtitles. And then the next time, once you get used to their speed of speaking and that way, or if you rewatch it, you can rewatch it without the subtitles. I know that an old school method is the Friends method, where students would watch Friends using subtitles, and then or with let's say it's in Korean subtitles, and then the next time they rewatch it, they binge watch it, they rewatch it, but this time they watch it with English subtitles, because now they already know the story, they know some of the vocabulary. Now they're going to watch it with English subtitles, and then finally they're going to watch it without any subtitles. Now, it doesn't need to be Friends, but I think Friends is quite known and popular with English learners. So I think that might be an interesting way. And then for speaking, find yourself a partner is the most important, and then have specific goals. So if you're going to study, if you want take it seriously. Let's say you find yourself a partner. Write down some of the topics that you're going to talk about, or if you're going to focus on only one. Then find some vocabulary that you would like to use within your conversation. And then you two can have a conversation, and you can try and use some of the new vocabulary or expressions that you want to use. I think that might be good. I hope that's helpful. I'm not sure if it is. Hi, Ella from Azerbaijan. I love your videos. I'm a student. I do not know if I should get C-level certificate or TESOL first. Both are very important. Go for which one is the most necessary for your next steps in your career. If you want both. I think the C1 level sounds very useful. The TESOL you can always do, but I think if you can get that C1, that's like it's like a good step to get done. So it's like that expression, eat the frog. It means that you should do the most difficult thing first, so that you get it over and done with. So it's called eat that frog. Okay, my experience in learning a language is listening, while books come to a lesser degree. Yeah, I think once you want to go to an advanced level, then when you first start, you're just supposed to engage with the language, learn useful vocabulary and expressions, and then you're going to move on to more grammar related topics that you understand it better, and you're going to use the language, of course, the whole time. And then once you want to become more advanced, I think reading really helps with that. Hi from Mexico. Hi, Nada. I'm asking about a new idea of writing. Uh, a writing competition for students. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that you get them competing and enjoying it. I think that can really work. A writing competition for students. Yeah, I like that. So it could be a creative writing competition. It can also, one thing that I think we don't really do as English teachers is with student writing is especially we always focus on creative writing. Take your express yourself better. But I think we should focus more on functional writing too, because that is a lost skill. Now, many people say, AI is going to take over, it can write something for you. But I think, that's going to be a skill that not a lot of students have. It's not just understand it, reading whatever AI puts out, but understanding what it does. And also, it's a way of thinking, just like you do math, not just to be able to do math, but it's a way of developing your brain and the way that you think. And it's the same with when you're studying. If you're writing or if you're reading at such a level, it's more about improving your mindset and the way that you think about it. So I would like some functional writing too, where you give the students a task to maybe write a piece about an event or explain certain data, or so I think that can be very interesting, where it takes maybe imagination out of it and focuses more on like the functionality. Let's see, where are we? How can a teacher alternate between seriousness and having fun? I think I got this answer before, this question before. By the way, guys, I think I understand why. I'm sorry, I didn't say I was going to go live. That's why a lot of people didn't know. In the future, for next week, I will put out the live stream that it's going to happen. Alternate between seriousness and having fun. Well, first of all, it's very important in a classroom to set boundaries. It's very important in life. If you don't have boundaries, people are going to take advantage of you. They're not going to respect you, and without respect, they're not going to learn from you. Why do you want to learn from someone you don't respect? So setting boundaries is extremely important. So that should always be what you want. It's about the students understanding that you're the teacher in class, and that it's your job to help them succeed. And that also means that you have to manage the class, and you've got to tell them what to do. They've got to trust you. So you want them to know that you are capable and that you are in control, and that your job is for them to succeed, and you take it very seriously. And then, but also you want the students to have fun and to enjoy their classes and to feel like, you're engaging with them, that they're learning and they're feeling good about it. So that's also important. What I would say is focus on setting up boundaries first, so that the students know what's expected of them. And once they cross those boundaries, that you're going to react appropriately. But then also you want them to feel like within these boundaries, that you've set how they treat each other, how they treat you, how they act within your class, that you're also going to, they should feel free to joke and to enjoy their classes too, and to engage with you. So be friendly, be open, but your priority should always be the success of your students. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is that for some reason people think you have to be the fun teacher, or you have to be the serious teacher. But honestly, it ebbs and flows. I when I come into my class, of course, I'm going to start the same way. I'm going to start with a smile, and I'm going to but then I expect the students to be quiet and to listen for my instructions, right? And so I'm going to do it with a smile, and then if they overstep or they don't follow the classroom rules, then I'm going to become a bit more serious and do it like that. So treat everything, in a case by case basis. Okay, Glimmer, I have a presentation soon, and we need to teach words unit, which focuses on the similar words between Turkish and English, for example, ambulance, ambulance. Any recommendations about the activity? Yeah, okay. So you need to teach, you have a presentation about how to do that. Yeah, similar words. I think it would be fun if you made a game out of it where, the students, let's say, for example, you wrote you can tell the students actually they already know 10% of English because so many of the Turkish and the English words are very similar, and then you can give them some examples. Then you can have students write down some examples they know, or you can write a sentence on the board and say, okay, well, find all the words that are the same in Turkish and in English. Right, you can do put match. No, I think match A with B is too easy. You can make them pairs. It depends how old the students are or the presentation. I don't know who the presentation is for, but you can also, to make it fun, you can let the students find the different matches for the words that are similar. But I really like the idea of having the students think about some ideas, and also, using a sentence for that to show them how useful it is. I hope that helps. Benefice, hi, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you. Um, Roya, the most challenging part of teaching is when you teach true beginners, especially when you're not allowed to use a single word in their mother tongue due to the Institute's rules and regulations. I know it can be difficult if you teach younger students and you have to tell them to come in and sit, using big gestures, and you can. But listen, with beginners, especially if they are younger, you know it's not about understanding everything because they might not, you know so you yeah, I think they will understand the gestures if you don't make it too complicated, which you shouldn't do with beginners. So keep it simple and basic if you don't want to use the words. Um the I think the fact that you said here the institute's rules and regulations, that's the reason why it's difficult. I don't want you to blame their rules because ultimately many places are like that. They teach without they teach a second language without using the native language. Now, personally, I feel it's okay to use some of it for instruction, or if it's funny in different times, it should be okay to use the student's native language to quickly get an idea about. But it's totally possible to teach without using those words. So the students come in and you say in English, sit, and you use your gestures. You can use flashcards. You should be clear in your explanation. You should use simple words, and you can encourage them simply. And also, you should whatever activities or the things you want to teach them, you should teach them slowly, and you should connect the knowledge. So you're not just, each lesson is going to be different, totally different. No, you're going to be building on whatever they've learned first. So you're going to start slowly. Whatever you're teaching, if it's phonics, if it's the basics, you're going to build on that, and you're going to review, and you're going to practice with them. So yeah, I don't think it's actually that necessary to use that, and I don't want you to blame the institute's rules and regulations because I think it's possible without it. But personally, I feel like it should be okay to use it sometimes. Congratulations, you have cut your hair. I have, but I think it's too short. The lady there, so she just went wild. She's like, "Oh, I haven't seen in a while. Let's make sure to cut it short." So yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it though. Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing? Imagine no, Imagine no. from Togo. Hi, happy to see you. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. And from the Philippines, Kachi Kachao Oh, Kachi Showbiz. Okay, Kachika Showbiz. I did it. Nice. Hi, from the Philippines. So nice to see you. Oh, I would love to visit the Philippines again. Roya, how about online classes? What kind of activities would you recommend? Actually, like I said, I've done the whole thing. I've shot a whole program now on how to teach online, and I also did many ideas on activities. Yeah, the speaking activities, some fun games that you can play. Let's see. I made a whole thing about it. I think with the speaking classes, yeah. What are all the games? I wish I finished that video because I shot it a couple of weeks ago. Oh, no, I shot it maybe 2 months ago. My hair was still longer. Couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's basically you're going to do speaking activities with them. You can do writing activities where you encourage them to rewrite sentences. The reading, you can let them read, and then if it's a comprehension thing, you can go through it with them. By all times, they should try and do most of the speaking. That's what you want. So you're going to share a really good thing that I use with my classes is, so you're going to use the online whiteboard. You're going to use the whiteboard when you teach the grammar. You're going to give them examples, and also you're going to use, maybe you can use a worksheet to ask them to reuse the grammar or to use it in a sentence. Now, one of the website there are two websites that I find very useful, not only for my normal classes, but especially for online classes. If you're teaching a specific topic, go to ISL Collective. And if you're teaching grammar, search, or topic or theme, search it on ISL Collective, and then go through the worksheet with your student. It's very comfortable. Another one is called Live Worksheets, where you can share it with your students, and then go through it with them. I think that's probably the best that I enjoy using. I'll put out that video on the best websites. It's a new video I made. I'll probably get it out in a couple of weeks once I'm done editing and finishing with the course. Jimmy Kimmel is okay. I was just watching this video about Peloton. It's those exercise bikes that people use online. Very expensive. I don't know about it, but basically, people send in these or like these funny names, and then the Peloton instructors, while they're riding their bikes, they would say, "Oh, I can see you," and it's always like really funny names. And I'm surprised not too many people have done that with me. Please don't. I don't. It's I just want to read the messages. I don't want to worry about saying something bad. So yeah, I think that's important. I just started teaching English in an elementary school. Native. Any tips for new teachers? Sure. Got many tips for new teachers, but guys, I'm using as little of my brain as I possibly can, because I've got many videos on tips for new teachers, and it's probably specifically for 10 tips for new ESL teachers. Yes, I love this video. I think this is a great video because this was made pre ChatGPT and pre AI. So I thought of everything, I researched everything, I wrote it out, and that took weeks. And it's like a 25-minute video on new tips for ESL teachers, 10 tips. And I think it's a great video. I don't remember what I said, but I trust the video. Okay. I really appreciate how you sound clear. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Guys, it's difficult. I've been out of practice for a long time. So my speaking might be slurred, and my hair is very short, and my eyes are droopy. But actually, I thought about doing this live stream because in the future, next week, I'll do the live stream, but I might be doing it an hour earlier than this one, because it's quite late for me. Right now, it's 11, but in 2 hours, I'm going to watch rugby. So that's why I'm going to be awake anyway. So I'm going to watch rugby until 3 a.m. and sleep, and go to the gym. Hopefully, I hope. I have to go to the gym. No excuses, because tomorrow is a very popular special day in Korea. It's called Pepero Day. In Japan they call it Pocky. It's like these chocolate sticks, these sticks with the chocolate on them. So 11/11, they call it Pepero Day because that's the popular brand. It's probably like, it's like Valentine's Day. It's a commercial holiday. It's just an excuse for people to buy to buy the product. But I kind of enjoy it. I like the idea of buying chocolate for friends or someone that you care about. So yeah, no, I like. Sometimes I like the commercial holidays. I'm a sucker for them. Glimmer, presentation for second grade. Thank you. Second graders, yeah, just keep it simple, keep it fun. A day in the life of your favorite animal or your favorite toy, or make it interesting. Don't just I think it's very important not just to give a theme. So you're not just going to say toys, you're going to say, or what does your favorite toy do at night, or something like that, and they can do a presentation about that. They can bring their toy, or they can draw. One of the best presentations I've ever seen was a girl, and she did a presentation, but she just drew out, instead of like using pictures from the internet, she just drew what was going to happen. And it wasn't like an amazing drawing. It's just her drawing step by step what's happening in the presentation. And I thought that was amazing. So what you could do with your students is you can tell them, okay, I want you to do a presentation about animals, but get them to draw an animal too, or like I said, a toy. If you were an animal, what animal, how would your day be? And then make sure to give them a clear example, because they are young. They're going to be so nervous about not making a mistake that they're going to basically just do a presentation and read everything like this. So from the start, you've got to tell them, listen, this is going to be fun. This is your topic, whatever it is, what my toy does during the day when I'm not there. Then tell them, okay, remember, it's all about, and you want to give them some tips about smiling, about opening up, about practicing, and also have some props there for them. That's basically, what the PPT is for. The presentation is, it's something to be used during your speech to help you send the message. So they can bring a toy, or they can draw a picture, or if they make a presentation, make sure that they have an introduction, that they use pictures, not too much text. So I think that's very important. What else? Show them a clear example of what you want and how to do it, and make it funny, make it interesting for them. They shouldn't be scared of doing it. I remember when I was quite young, my teacher said, and I think, now thinking, you think back on some of the things your teachers did, and now you kind of get it. It was basically they just wanted some time off, or they were busy doing something else, and this is what they said. So I think so she told us, everyone, you have to create a presentation about something. And for some reason, I was just in the mood, or I had this idea of just drawing comics. And so I still remember it. I thought there were these McDonald's ads, just like McDonald's commercials on TV. And I thought, okay, wait, instead of doing a presentation, I'm just going to have fun making like these cartoon strips. So I actually made like a cartoon strip, and I made these funny things that happen. And instead of McDonald's, I had McDerrick's. And I had so much fun just drawing these cartoon strips the whole time, just like silly things like in the commercial. I don't know if you guys saw this commercial, but basically it's like all the old McDonald's characters, and something happens in McDonald's, and then one of the characters says, Ronald, the colors are all wrong. And then he says, I'll fix it. And he spins around, and everything's cleared, and everybody's happy. It was almost like a Teletubby episode. And for some reason, I wanted to make McDerrick's the opposite of that. It's just going to be black and white, and McDerrick or instead of Ronald McDonald, Eric McDerrick doesn't care about anything. And so I just had made all these like cartoon strips about funny things that happen, and I really enjoyed it. And then I think well, whatever my teacher was busy with, she was probably finished with it like a week, or I think it was 2 or 3 weeks later, and she realized she had to get back to work. And she's like, "Okay, everyone, time to do the presentations." And I'm used to be, they do it by whatever your surname starts with, right? And I used to be like one of the last ones. And then suddenly, I think she said Eric, and I was like third, and for 2 weeks I did nothing but create cartoon strips. I just had this paper, and I thought I'm screwed. So basically, I went to the front of the class, and I was like, yeah, so this is my story about McDerrick's, and then I just basically read what was happening on the cartoon page. And yeah, I think my teacher was probably just tired of the old like normal presentations. She said, Eric, that's amazing. I've never seen something like this before. You're so creative. And I was like, I was just having fun, I was just doing something I thought was interesting. Back to the story though. Back to the advice. I think yeah, just have fun with it, and help the students think that it's something they can do. Wow, guys, I've survived an hour. RM, hi. Yes, I am South African, but I'm very tired after another long weekend. I don't know how I'm surviving this. And next week, I promise I'll be fresh, and I'll be smart and eloquent teaching. Okay, I think I answered that one. Hi, Luther from Madagascar. How are you doing? Why don't you give us the possibility to talk and then practice speaking? Sure. Did you see zombies? Zombies in Busan. Hi, Alexander. Yeah. Well, the thing is, so a very popular movie is Train to Busan. Very popular movie, and I enjoy some Korean movies, but for some reason, I started watching Train to Busan, and it was very cringy to me. Like some of the ways that they would act, it's just over the top. And I know that the movie is supposed to be like that, but I couldn't finish it. I was like, oh man, this is too much for me. So I never finished it, even though a lot of people say it's like a really good Korean movie. Novosibirsk. I think it's going to be close to Yekaterinburg. Where in Russia? Yeah, I think I'm going to be around there. Nurul, how to handle the student who does not want to learn and they only focus on their phone. Yeah, that's a difficult one. I can't believe I haven't made a video on it. Phones in the classroom, or students that don't want to learn. Yeah, well, obviously the rule is no phones in the classroom. But in my class, the students have phones, but they can't use it at that time. Yeah, it's going to get more and more. I should do a video on student engagement or keeping their attention. Yeah, it's really difficult if the students just want to play on their phones. And I've really had to do this in my classes where I tell someone, excuse me, can you put on your phone? But I actually did it last week. There was this girl coming in, and I was speaking, and she was on her phone. And I was like, so first of all, you're going to want to give them the mom treatment. You're going to want to lecture them. Listen, everyone, you're here to study. If you're on your phone, you're a zombie. You can always do it during your own time, but you're just wasting my time and your time. You can give them that lecture. And you should also tell them the rule is that, while you're doing the activities and teaching, they're supposed to focus. And yeah, you want to then make sure that they are properly engaged during the lessons, that they do lots of speaking activities with friends, and they should be put on their toes. I think very important. They should expect a question from you at any time. So that's, sorry guys, my light is broken again. It's on the fritz. It's blinking. Yeah, so you want to, when you're teaching your class, you want to constantly be asking questions so that the students know is if they're not paying attention, they're going to be embarrassed. They're not going to know where they are because so you want to constantly be questioning the students during your lessons. So if they're doing an activity with their partners, they should be focused on that. If they're doing a speaking activity or whatever they're doing, and when you are lecturing or when you're teaching them, you want to ask them, but what do you think? What is this answer? Okay, well, change it to a question. What is the negative? What did you eat yesterday? So you want to keep them under their toes because then they have to do it. Guys, we're almost at the end. I've survived to correct writing. Yeah, so when you correct writing, maybe you can have certain things that you can mark. So you can have like underline for spelling, or if you circle, it could be grammar that's wrong, or sorry guys, but we're almost finished. Yeah, so I think share like the basics with the students what it means, and then you're going to correct the writing. To make it easy on yourself, you can also tell them to switch with a partner and ask a partner to check it first. Otherwise you're going to spend so much time just correcting errors, and it's taking more and more time. So I would suggest something like that. In YouTube ads? Manuel, I've never heard about YouTube ads. What YouTube ads are that? Who's running YouTube ads on my channel? Oh, please don't run YouTube ads on my channel, guys. YouTube ads. I don't know there were any ads. Thank you for letting me know, Manuel. But yeah, I have to apologize, guys. I'm not at my strongest. I've been letting myself go. I've been going out too much with my silly French friends. Not silly, but they're silly for taking me out and convincing me easily. I've got good boundaries with my students, but when it comes to my friends, I'm like, yeah, let's go on. Let's do what we have to do. Yeah, it was good. Manuel, it's good. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Next week I will start again and I'll do it 1 hour earlier. I just decided, I wasn't sure if I would have energy for the stream or if I would be here, but I'm at home and I thought, why not chat with you guys for a little bit. I allow my students to use their phones only after we finish a class. It's a recapitulation game about the class. It's a good one. Hi, Adnan. Good to see you. Well, everyone. Sorry. Is it a good idea? Sure, you can. If they focus during class and you've got some activity where they use their phones at the end, I can see it working. I think you're doing a good job if you can engage your students for the whole class, and then at the end of the class, you give they're allowed to use their phones. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Not many people joined today because I didn't tell anyone about it. So yeah, thank you for those of you who found the stream, and I'll see you guys next week.